organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, find out why the University of Iowa fired a radiology professor today.
Plus, see my behind-the-scenes scoop on the effort to put into organizing Taste of Iowa City.
And in sports, we head to the field hockey practice facility to check in on this year's version of the Black and Gold.
That's coming up right here on Daily Iowan TV.
I'm Tom Brokaw. For more than 100 years now, the University of Iowa community has been waking up to the Daily Iowan. Today, it's the largest newsroom in eastern Iowa. And now you can see the news every night on Daily Iowan TV and get it anytime worldwide at dailyiowan.com.
Good evening and welcome to your Thursday edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Brad Maxwell.
And I'm Muriel Kone.
The University of Iowa fired a radiology professor today who was first suspended from his teaching position last January. The UI released President Sally Mason's order to fire Malik Juwaid earlier this afternoon. Mason agreed with a faculty panel to terminate Juwaid after hearing testimony about his disruptive workplace behavior, repeated unprofessional emails, and threatening statements to colleagues.
After several years of the event, the Taste of Iowa City has no issue getting the crowd to come out. And this year, I visited some of the participating businesses to find out just how much it takes to make it a success. Watermelon, burgers, and cupcakes were some of the hot items at this year's Taste of Iowa City. And although it was delicious for the hundreds of tasters who lined up at Molly's Cupcakes or Bo James, it took a bit more work behind the scenes to make it all possible.
Hot dogs, hamburgers, watermelon.
Hot dogs and watermelon is not a regular menu item for Bo James, but the staff of 8 wanted to expand their choices for parents and their kids who are not the usual customers for the restaurant. Unlike Bo James, this is the first year Molly's Cupcakes is participating in Taste of Iowa City since it opened in late July. Their build-your-own style included 50 dozen mini cupcakes such as these and hours of preparation and icing leading up to the event. Other restaurant owners participating in Taste of Iowa City said a lot of work and effort behind the scenes made it all possible. But the most rewarding of it all is being able to give back to the community. And Brad, I have to say, I tried some of my friends' cupcakes and they were delicious.
I guess I'm going to have to try some for myself and see how good they really are.
We'll have to look into that.
The Iowa Ethics and Campaign Disclosure Board is dismissing an ethics complaint filed against Iowa Board of Regents member Bruce Restetter. The complaint by the Iowa Citizens for Community Involvement alleged that Restetter's businesses, Agrisol Energy, financially benefited from the Iowa State University's land deal in Tanzania. However, the Ethics Board said there wasn't enough evidence or sufficient legal issues to further investigate the situation.
Hillcrest Marketplace has made some major changes this year to help eliminate waste created by students. One of those changes comes in the form of a food pulper. The pulper grinds down student leftovers so it can be taken to the Iowa City landfill and used for compost. The pulper also presses water out of the food so that it can be filtered and used to wash dishes. UL officials said the pulper will save 1.5 million gallons of water and reduce 137 tons of food from being wasted per year. This is all part of the university's efforts to become more sustainable by 2020.
And still much more to come on Daily Iowan TV. Learn about the different ways students can travel around the campus safely.
And in sports, we'll fill you in on who will be the captain of the women's basketball team this season. But first, let's check in with our Daily Iowan TV's Stefan Duran for a look at the weather for the weekend.
Thanks, guys. Well, after a long, hot day today, I'm sorry to say that tomorrow will be even hotter. In the morning, we can expect a cool, partly cloudy 70 degrees, but unfortunately, this will not last long. By mid-afternoon, temps will be all the way into the lower 90s with partly sunny skies. Tomorrow evening looks like it will cool down to a balmy 63 degrees with clear skies. Looking ahead to our extended forecast, we can expect a slight cool down with high temperatures into the mid-80s, but you might have to factor in some rain for your weekend plans. Saturday shouldn't be too bad with only a 10% chance of rain, but the 40% chance of rain on Sunday might make those cooler temperatures less enjoyable. Monday, we can expect about the same weather as the weekend, but Tuesday and Wednesday seem to be much better with high temps in the mid-80s, sunny skies, and cool, clear nights. So although the weekend plans might be a little rainy, at least we can look forward to a warm, sunny start to next week. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Stefan. Late nights, lots of studying, and now it's time to go home. The UI offers different transportation options for students to make it home safely after a late night of hitting the books. We'll go to Daily Iowan reporter Rebecca Hager to learn about just what some of those options are.
As the sun goes down in Iowa City, the risk of personal assault goes up. Whether walking home from the bars or strolling downtown after a late class, women especially are concerned about their safety after dark. One available transportation option is Night Ride, a service offered only to women.
I think it helps girls feel more protected, and if they're in an unsafe environment or if they don't know where they are or need help in that situation, it's always there for them.
Night Ride picks up students here at the corner of Clinton and Washington Street between the hours of 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. With these restrictions, some students say that it's not always a convenient solution when they need a ride home from downtown Iowa City.
When I do need a ride, it does take a while for them to come and get you, and then you are waiting outside alone by yourself for a period of time, which is perhaps just as dangerous as walking home by yourself.
Other universities have similar services to keep students safe, but here at Iowa, this taxi will cost you. At Iowa State University, Safe Escort taxis both men and women to and from any point on campus from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And at UNI, Safety Escort is available 24 hours per day. Student government here at the University of Iowa is currently working on improving transportation services on campus with a new project called Safe Ride that they hope to start next Monday.
Yeah, well, Safe Ride is going to be a free taxi service for students. They'll be able to utilize it once per semester, and it's for emergency situations. So if a student's on campus or off campus and they need to get to their house or a medical institution, they can utilize this program called Safe Ride, which is a free taxi service for students.
Potabom stresses that students only use Safe Ride in emergency situations. Otherwise, they can call Night Ride or a local taxi. Rebecca Hager, Daily Iowan TV.
Thank you, Rebecca, for your report. And now the Iowa City community has one more form of transportation available. The University of Iowa and Iowa City launched a car-sharing service yesterday called ZipCar. The UI officials said this new rental system will help reduce the number of cars seen on campus and hopefully decrease parking congestion. This environmentally friendly service is meant to provide transportation and to students who do not have a vehicle here in Iowa City. 10 cars are available for rental and range from a Ford Focus to a Toyota. UI students can use the cars by paying an hourly rental fee and purchasing a membership. Now for a look beyond Iowa. A bad sign for the economy. New claims for unemployment benefits took an unexpected jump this week. There are 4,000 more people seeking those unemployment benefits. Economists were expected to see a 1,000-person drop in claims.
And both the federal government and McDonald's suspended their purchase of meat from a California slaughterhouse. The Agriculture Department cut ties with the Central Valley Meat Company after a covert video was released. The video appears to show sick cows being beaten, kicked, shot, and shocked in an attempt to get them to walk to slaughter.
And Russian officials say they are working closely with Syria to keep chemical weapons from being used. Syria announced they had an arsenal of chemical weapons and planned to use them if outside countries try to interfere back in July. Russia is Syria's largest ally. Russia blocked UN sanctions against Syria and continues to provide weapons to the country. And now Daily Iowan TV's Lauren Moss is here for a look at Hawkeye sports.
Thanks, guys, and welcome back to the 5th installment of Daily Iowan TV's Fall Sports Preview. We wrap up this week with a trip to the Iowa Field Hockey Practice Facility to visit the only Hawkeye squad ranked in the top 25 nationally. But first, it's never too soon to visit the hardwood, and head coach Lisa Bluter announced today that seniors Jamie Printy, Morgan Johnson, and Trisha Nesbitt will captain the Hawkeye women's basketball team this upcoming season. Printy was an honorable mention All-American as a sophomore and has been named to the All-Big Ten team 3 times in her career. Johnson was a second-team All-Big Ten selection last season and ranked second in the league in blocks per game, averaging 2.3 turnaways. Head coach Lisa Bluter told members of the press today, quote, "Jamie, Morgan, and Trisha are exceptional leaders and will serve as terrific role models for our young players. They are perfect examples of what a true student-athlete should be within our program," end quote. Prenti Johnson and Nesbitt are working hard off the courts as well, with each earning multiple academic All-Big Ten accolades in their time here in Iowa City. Meanwhile, some more positive news for the Iowa women's field hockey team. 3 members of the squad have been named to the Big Ten's preseason watch list. Jessica Barnett, Kathleen McGraw, and Carly Johansson all were named to this list. Barnett, a Vancouver native, was an All-American and an All-Big Ten selection in 2011, ranking on the team in goals. Goalkeeper Kathleen McGraw led the conference in shutouts and earned second-team All-Big Ten honors, while another Canadian, Carly Johansson, helped lead an Iowa defense that ranked first in the Big Ten in shutouts in last season. Will the Field Hawks' firepower and preseason top 12 ranking translate to more success in 2012? Daily Iowan TV Sports' Cody Goodwin has the story.
After getting a taste of the NCAA tournament last season, this year's Field Hawks are more hungry and motivated than ever. Iowa's field hockey team returns 9 starters from last year, where they placed second in the Big Ten Conference. 6 seniors will be leading this year's squad, including captains Jessica Barnett and Kathleen McGraw. Barnett has spoken many a times about how this year's team will set a steady pace, taking each week and game one at a time. Head coach Tracy Griesbaum agreed, and will be emphasizing strong technical skills for this fall. Passing, she said, is something her team can always improve on. Control, both of the ball and of their emotions, are also on the head coach's agenda for 2012. But the girls will also have to be tough, as this year's Hawks will take the pitch against 10 top-ranked teams this year, with Griesbaum's squad ranked 12th themselves. And the competition starts right away. The Hawks will travel to the East Coast this weekend to face 2 top-ranked teams in Wake Forest and North Carolina. The head coach says she's excited about the early season challenges, as it'll be a chance for her team to show what they've got against the nation's best. But at the end of a long road, there's a treat. Iowa City will play host to the Big Ten Field Hockey Championships this year at Iowa's own Grant Field. With 2 scrimmages under their belt, Iowa's field hockey team is ready for the regular season to begin, as well as their first home game, which will be next weekend, September 2nd, against Missouri State. From Grant Field, I'm Cody Goodwin, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
The Black and Gold opened their season this weekend at the Big Ten ACC Challenge in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And now we're lucky enough to be joined again by Daily Iowan field hockey beat reporter Cody Goodwin. Cody, what does the team exactly need to focus on to be successful in this upcoming season?
Well, some things that they need to focus on, Lauren, is some technical skills that their head coach has said that they really need to focus on, especially throughout the preseason, specifically passing, catching passes, and they really just need to communicate on the field. They're led by 6 seniors, and one thing they actually need to be put to the test. That's something we don't know. We don't really know how good this field hockey team is yet. They're ranked 12th in the preseason poll. And this weekend will actually be the perfect weekend to put them to the test against 13th ranked Wake Forest and the 3-time defending national finalist, North Carolina. So it will be a fun weekend out in North Carolina for the Hawkeyes. We're hoping it'll be a tough one, no doubt, but we're hoping they can pull through. So.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, Cody. We'll be sure to keep an eye out for that this season. And that's all for us here in sports. Be sure to tune in next week to catch our final 2 installments of Daily Iowan TV's Fall Sports Preview. Back to you at the desk.
And only with Daily Iowan TV can you get a sneak peek at Friday's pages of the Daily Iowan.
Read about what the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics are doing to expand rural health care.
And how area spas see an increase in customers as students return to campus for a new school year. That's your latest edition of Daily Iowan TV. Be sure to check us out on Sunday at the same time or anytime online at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for watching and have a great night.